Hello, my name is Anu, and I'm the co-founder of the God is in the Details project. This is a body of work aimed at showcasing the amazing ideas, amazing work of believers from all around the world. Would you believe amazing generational companies like Heinz, like Mary Kay, like JCPenney, like Walmart are products of believers from around the world, and that is only the beginning, because there's going to be an emergence of people that would bring life-changing ideas inspired by God Almighty. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Mr. Bisoye, I'm going to put you on the spot. In 10 seconds, list 10 books of the Bible. Let's go.
Habakkuk, Genesis, Leviticus,
Numbers, Deuteronomy.
10 seconds is
Joshua,
up. Okay, please tell us about your business.
Okay, so the name of my company is Whytescape Service Apartments. We started 2020,
Okay.
January.
Okay.
We have currently about 15 apartments. We are a niche between apartments and hotels. So it's more like an apartment hotel.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We have been doing quite well since we started. Yes, there have been challenges here and there, but it's been a beautiful ride so far.
Okay, that's good. We'll get to challenges, but can you tell us the vision of the business?
One of the things that we noticed in the hospitality industry, which is the industry we are in, is that we are not really seeing the spirit of excellence really being brought into the industry. One of the things that we're very passionate about is we always wanted to create an atmosphere that pampers the five senses. So we are concerned about how a space looks like when you come.
Okay.
How does it smell when you come inside? How does it feel in terms of the climate?
Okay.
Textures like the upholstery, leather, all of those things. So all of those details are things that have fascinated us, right? So we wanted to bring that spirit of excellence to all of those aspects in the service apartment industry. So we decided to venture into it.
Okay. So in reaching this vision, what challenges have stood out for you that really shook your faith? You're like, can I do this? Is this something? Is it worth it? Can you give us one instance?
Okay. One of the major challenges we are coming to an industry like this is definitely finances.
Funding.
So funding, usually will not, always looks like the vision is beyond what you can actually finance sometimes. So we did face some roadblocks sometimes when we were trying to finish up or complete the project, and then, but God was always faithful. One of the things that we stand on is make your vision clear. When the vision is clear, it always brings provision somehow. But you just need to take the step of it, go into motion. Right? Habakkuk 2 says that write the vision, make it clear, so that those that read it
Can run with it.
So definitely vision, clear vision, always, with motion, always brings provision. So yeah.
That's amazing. Can you tell us if at any point you got any specific direction or inspiration from God for your business? Say the design, say sourcing from a particular supplier, just anything that came and you could point to that, oh, this was God leading me to, chase this business in this area.
For me, when it comes to my experience in business, I'll say that God has always had a way of preparing me before I even know what I would start. So it's almost like my entire life has been, a process for this particular moment in time. So I won't even say that it's just one thing, or I just saw one thing one time and I just applied. It's almost like I've been doing so many different things that never seemed organized or related. But everything, when I now look back now, it's not like making
Such
sense.
a journey.
It's a journey, exactly. So I think that's been my personal experience when it comes to how I implemented design. So before Whytescape, we had been doing different projects for companies in terms of materials, from commercial to residential. So all of those experiences are amalgamated to really helping us to do what we are doing right now. Very easy. Definitely we draw inspiration from mentors that we already follow. Like Norman Foster. Norman Foster is someone I like to follow a lot because he's an English architect.
Okay.
And I always loved spaces that have that UK vibe. And so if you come into our space, usually you see that we use a lot of white mixed to this look lighter, bigger, and all of that. So we draw a lot of inspiration from English designs.
Okay.
We also like minimalism.
Okay.
So simple, cute. So we also look at Scandinavian architecture.
Okay.
So we draw a lot of inspiration from places like that. But we have been doing this before unknowingly. It's not like we
Plan.
It's not like we even planned it, honestly. We just been doing it. We just really like minimalist stuff. Then we now start to find the people that were doing minimalist stuff.
Wow.
And then we're now able to now say, okay, this is what they do. Okay, this is what.
Okay.
Let's draw more inspiration from that. Let's put this together. Let's put that
Different
together.
pieces.
Yes,
put
exactly.
together.
So yeah.
Okay. So, do you have any spiritual business execution routine? Say before a project, this is what we usually do as a team, and this is what we do specifically to show that we're involving God in this project. Yeah.
So, to be honest, I will not say we have a specific routine. Now,
Routine.
why I say that because I feel like my lifestyle already is a normal routine, Christ-like routine. So, for example, I will not say that I start fasting or praying especially because the project has come. I already fast and pray as a routine.
Right,
So
right.
I have some days where I just feel led out. Don't watch TV for a while. My fasting may not necessarily be food. To be honest with you.
Interesting.
So now I just not watch TV for a while. And then I just take time to think, do some research. And I just get inspiration and I keep them. And then when projects come, my spirit refers me back to that period. I say, okay, you remember that project, that time you did this, you did that. Take ideas from there, take ideas from there. So most of the time, like I said, I always get prepared before the time comes. That's been my personal experience, So just that consistent, routine with Christ rather than the fire brigade approach when the project is,
Then you're running around.
Yes, has been my own personal experience.
That's
But
beautiful.
definitely, I draw principles from Christ for the project.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and certain principles that we follow. So, I mean, like, you want to talk about that? I can talk about it.
Yes, please.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so let me just highlight two things that we don't play with. So usually when we want to start a project, the first thing that we never play with is mobilization. How we mobilize. The second thing is how we organize. I mean, even Jesus, he was one of the greatest mobilizers that can. He was able to mobilize the disciples. And he was able to organize the disciples to now organize the church because Jesus Christ left, but the church still remained.
Yeah.
So
And
that was his
left
organizational
structure.
skills. Yes, it was structured, it was system. So people keep worshiping God, people still keep drawing inspiration from his principles.
Powerful.
So in business, we learn to mobilize our teams very well. We know how to pick the best hands for certain things. So we want to do your paint work. We know the kind of painters we work with. Your flooring, we know the best hands to use. We don't compromise on quality. Do you understand? Yes, it's expensive, but at the end of the day,
It's worth
you
it.
use money to make money. So we spend money on the best hands. Do you understand? Then in terms of organization, we are very big on good management systems, putting structures in place to organize the team, set and proper time structures and all that. Just manage people generally effectively. Yeah. So
That's beautiful to hear. Can you let me know if there's any scripture? I know you mentioned Habakkuk 2:3,
Yeah,
so maybe that is
that's
it.
a big spirit.
Yes, it has stood out for you.
Yeah, so then I'll mention Habakkuk 2, which I already mentioned, which is write the vision, make it. I mean, I told you, vision is. I think people don't really understand the power of vision. You see, it's like a cliche now. You have a vision, have a vision. Yeah, but if people really understand how powerful it is, they will be surprised how far it can take them. Because the real issue is that people are not clear with the vision. Like, vision must be clear. It must be so clear that a 12-year-old can see and understand it. It must be very, very detailed.
Very detailed.
And when your vision is very detailed, it becomes like fire in your bones. You can't
Keeps
sleep
you moving.
until it's done. Because what vision does is that it creates dissatisfaction with what is on ground.
So you're aiming at that
aiming
thing.
at that thing. So when you sleep at night, you see your vision. You wake up in the morning and the vision is not there. You are not happy. And when you're not satisfied, you enter into something called the creative state. You're constantly trying to bring the vision to being. Which, of course, like I said, once you have a vision, it puts you into motion.
Yeah.
Because you are not satisfied with the current
Where you
status quo. You understand? But the issue is that most of the time people say, okay, for example, you want to build a house. He asks, you can't. What type of house do you want? Say, I want a fine house. Fine house is not the But if you tell me, okay, I want a duplex. I want it to be grey colored, minimalist. I want to bring in Scandinavian furniture into the space. I want to use certain types of Victorian upholstery. That is now clear. And someone can work with that.
Okay.
You know, someone can run with that.
What if you don't have all that knowledge of Victoria?
And then you can get help.
Yeah. Okay,
get
yes,
help,
but
you know,
yeah, I
that's why I have
understand. At
people-
least give us, you know, clear details.
Clear details. So people should always try to take their time to articulate the
What they
vision.
want.
God has given us the opportunity to actually say what we want.
Yeah.
I think people always are waiting for God to give them the vision. But God actually wants you to actually say what you want. I mean, he gave Adam the ability to name. He didn't come and say, okay, Adam, name the fish, or name the bread, this bread. He let him do what he wants.
Give him
He gave him
the
free will
will.
to do that, yes. So we should take that time to actually articulate what we want to our country. So that's one. So that's right. Habakkuk 2 to 3. Then this is improvement. Honestly, I can't remember which particular book. It talks
Doesn't
about
matter.
iron sharpened iron. So a friend sharpened the countenance of his friend. So for me, relationships is always been a big part of my progress. So I mean 3 tiers of relationship, like I mentioned, you need someone to mentor you, someone that's above you that you look up to. Jesus had a mentor, God. He said that I do as the Father does. Everything God does, what He did. So everybody needs a template to follow. Like, who are you looking up to that's done it ahead of you? So rather than trying to invent the wheel, just copy the guy. Like life is simple. There's someone that's done it before. Look at the person who did
and
it,
see how.
and life goes on.
And interesting, you may not even do it the exact way they did it, so
Yeah.
at least you'll be able to do your own thing.
Exactly. And bring some originality into it and all that. Then of course, like I said, friendships, that's someone on your level. Someone that can tell you the truth. Jesus Christ also had the Holy Spirit who was guiding him, telling him all this stuff. So even me as a person, I have friends that they can when they can put me at level playing field, or if I'm also losing steam, they can sharpen me up and say,
Redirect you.
let's get back on track. Because sometimes we definitely get tired.
Yeah, of
It's a
course.
long journey.
Of
And
course.
then finally, you need someone that people you can mentor. You need a team that you can pass on your legacy to, so that they can continue running the race after you are gone. So those 3 tiers of relationship are very key.
Okay, so this already answered my question. Well, close to my question
Okay.
for advice for startups. But I feel like you may be able to shed more light for someone who is trying to, gain their balance in business and is lost and is looking for funding, looking for support, is just lost and even doesn't know how to get a mentor. So what do you advise for someone like that? I know it may not be that miserable, but but close to that. I have been struggling with this idea. I've been trying to execute, but it's just not working. What advice do you have for such?
Okay, so I'll just put in that same order, like I said before. First of all, articulate your vision. Nobody can help you if they don't know what you want. You can't start anything without articulating it clearly. People say they have done it clearly, but if you read it to somebody and the person cannot understand what you said,
It's not clear enough.
it's not clear. So nobody can't do anything. So that's the first thing. Clear, well articulated vision. The second thing is for the relationship aspect, you talked about the mentorship. Yes, a mentor is needed. Mentors don't have to be physically present.
Thank you for that.
Yes. I mean, people I mentioned, no, my first side, the guy doesn't need me. For now.
Yes, for now.
But I've been able to follow him via his books, some of his podcasts and things like that. And of course, some of the designs he has done, reading online. Google is there, Google is your friend. And there's nothing on this that you want to know now that you can't.
It's not online.
Information is everywhere. So there's no excuse really. If you need someone that can mentor you, then you can always
Go online.
Yeah, go online. Read books. Invest in books. Another thing I would say is invest in yourself. As much as you want to invest in a business, you need to invest in yourself first, because it's you that produces the great thing. So if you need to register for classes, training, I think people should actually take out time to invest. Put in money and say, okay, let me train myself to be better after that. Because we have a lot of people who, yes, they want to go into certain business, but they are doing it from a very mediocre point of view. So they are now getting surprised why people are not calling them, giving them jobs. But whenever you look at what other people are doing and what you are doing, you find that most people just want to comfort rather than try to stand out, and be different. And to stand out and be different, you need to invest in your mind, invest in knowledge, so that you can actually stand up for the crowd. So
Okay. All right. Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Bisoye, for talking to us. And I've definitely taken, a few notes from this. And I hope that someone listening is inspired. Thank you so much.
Pleasure, a pleasure.